Hey, Quinn, what's up? It's okay that you're lurking. I'm going to be doing work, so no big deal. I guess I'll switch the screen over and we'll go on about business. Today there's no face cam because I'm working and I make faces when I work. So you're not getting my face, you're getting my little cute Spirit City person who is busy typing. So I hope you are doing well today. So today I am working on Shattered Reminiscence, my game project, and I am starting with the stuff that I wrote the last time that I was streaming, as well as some other stuff that I've written since. And I'm going to be taking this information, moving it here into Inky, and adding it to my massive file, and putting all the script in for everything. So that is dreadfully entertaining, I'm sure. But for some reason, some folks have shown up to lurk. So welcome in and enjoy me working on my game. I have no problem chitting and chatting with anybody who might be interested in talking. But for now, I gotta write this down. Start my scripting process. So all of the rest of this stuff is acts prologue and act 1 and 2. I'm in act 3, so I have to actually put something here. I'll put that for right now because I got to figure out what I want that to read as. Dining room will be the new node. I actually wrote some of this script over here. I started writing script in Scrivener before I actually ported it here. That way it's partially done for me, but if there's a lot of checking that I have to do. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just adding what people see after they see Act 3. So let me see, I've got to get all these emphasized sections scripted. Okay. Here we go. Okay. If I try to put all of the code, like the emphasizes and, other stuff like that in there, then it gets too much if I'm trying to just read this material, but just to put some of the coding in isn't a big deal. Okay. I started naming all of my knots very funny things. At least they're funny to me. This one's Here Comes the Face. This is from a Margaret Cho comedy stand-up. Okay. Okay. Let's see. It is emphasized, and then the next section's got some. Okay. Oh, I was conveniently right there. Very cool. I have a funny story to tell anybody who might be interested in hearing it, just about my newness at doing any kind of coding, programming, etc. I'll go ahead and say said story. So, I got the tester, like there were two different testers, and just to see whether or not the ink would hold up to playthrough and whether or not it would run out of script or anything like that. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And I'll just download this one off GitHub. It's code. I don't know what to do with that, but we'll come back to that, right? And So I ended up getting one that was browser-based, working really easily because, of course, it's already like set up for me. But the one that was just code off GitHub, since I had never touched code before until I started doing this stuff in ink, and like I haven't gotten to the point of learning all the code for that, I ended up having to Google what to do with the files. Like I located which one was the main file and had to Google what in the world to do with it. And that was exciting. But I did figure it out and I did get it working, but it was a whole lot of mess. And it took a minute for me to get that sorted out. And it's like, I guess maybe I should...
Incoming ad break.
I should have already been doing some programming before starting this thing. But when I first started this, I was really thinking I was just going to write it in ink and then just leave it in the web and then just be like, oh no, it's fine. You know, like I don't need to make an executable file and do a bunch of other stuff. And then of course that's never how the project ends, right? You end up deciding that you want to do a lot more with it. And I'm like, oh no, I can do this. And you know, so I started going from there. But as a result, that means that I am encountering silly situations like that where I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I haven't gotten to the point of studying for this yet. Normally I study before I start doing a project. So by the time I undertake any kind of a class, any kind of a new hobby, any kind of a project, I already know what I'm doing, at least fairly well. I get the theory behind it automatically. It's no big deal. But this time it did not work out that way. So for anybody wondering, like, Jala, why don't you just copy paste all of it in there and then just work on it in a big chunk? I will lose where I'm at and I won't get everything edited if I do more than a small section at a time. So we're just doing little bit by little bit. And luckily right now it's just inputting the text emphases and things like that, which is not hard. And some of this might be replaced by actual puzzles and stuff later on, I'm not sure. Either way, I've already got it written and I will have it scripted. So that way I don't have to worry about messing with that later if I decide just to keep it in line with text. Okay. The Halloween music for Spirit City, I listen to it most of the time that I'm using Spirit City. Like I don't listen to the other chill lo-fi stuff. Let's see. Circling back to that whole code thing, the stuff I got off GitHub with the different way of testing my ink, there's a lot more that can be done with that particular chunk of coding, but I actually have to spend some time picking through it to figure out how to use it. But I did a decent job making it just do the basics. So I was pretty proud of myself for doing that much anyway, without actually having to ask anybody what to do. Right, let me see, did I get all the emphases? Maybe. I guess I'll find out later. Her, there we go. I'm like, man, okay, yeah, the word her has emphasis on it. Which her? There's a lot of hers because this is a female protagonist. Okay, where is this? Ah, okay. The neighbor is doing so much decorating for Halloween, and the thing is, the last time they decorated for Halloween, they left that crap up until weather destroyed it all. and it just fell apart and then was just eventually, it just kind of eventually disappeared because the weather destroyed it. So I don't know what's going to happen with the current amount of stuff that this neighbor has put up, because they put up a lot of stuff. I'm like kind of low-key hoping that they end up having all that stuff up for Christmas too. And let me just, this is not required to take this space out here, but it minorly irritates me, so I'd rather just, there we go. That looks better, nice and neat. So the good thing about this section is that there's not a lot of complicated code going on here. This is simple. This is because this is the start of this chapter or section or whatever you want to call it. Okay, let me see. This one's got some more emphases. Okay. Elaborate. Here we go. Yeah, it was suggested by Graham the other day. It's sort of kind of suggested, kind of like more like asked, inquired. It was an inquiry of Graham's the other day about whether or not this Resident Evil ass puzzle that I've got going on in this particular section is something that the player would actually have to do, and if so, how in the hell would that work in a text venture type game? There are ways that you can do that in a text venture. It's a little awkward, but it's possible. I'm not making the player do that though, because the quote-unquote puzzles from Resident Evil are not puzzles anyway. They're kind of busy work, and I don't believe in adding busy work to a game. That's not my design ethic.
Welcome Money Smith 777.
Hey Moxie, what's going on? I was just mumbling mostly to myself because it's very quiet in here today, because this is not exciting to most people. I mean, to be fair, it's not even exciting to me, except for the fact that this is my game. But not a lot of people hanging out today. But I was talking to myself about some of the misadventures I've had working on this. Been kind of fun. So you said you're unpacking some gear you ordered for vacation. When is your well, I don't know if that's going to dox you. Okay, man, where are you going? Can I ask that? Shit. How do I not? Well, then again, nobody knows. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'll just leave that up to you. You tell me whatever you want to know. Oh, going camping. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Is this a thing you guys used to do a lot? I mean, like, I know you like that kind of thing, but let me see. Where was I going? First time, really? Wow, interesting. Okay. Well, what's the weather like wherever it is that you are going to go camping? Yeah, getting new gear. Well, I kind of assumed that you needed new gear. Hey, what's
Welcome,
up, Jack?
Chicken Riggies.
Moxie, I assumed you needed new gear because you move a lot, so I don't imagine that you keep a whole lot of crap on hand. It's not like my house where I have all different kinds of stuff from every possible hobby that I've ever had, but I have it all nice and neat and up and arranged in places, so it's not like cluttered, but you know, I've got a lot of stuff in this house. So, how's it going, Jack? get excited for PRGE, my sir? Okay, let me see. With the shadows. Okay, where is with the shadows? Okay, I've got to... This is a bit of script I've got to do. I've got to figure out... Etienne turned on Christine in Act 2. Huh. I need to figure out which ones are the ones where he turned on her in Act 2. Let's see. Luckily, I wrote myself a state tracker. Okay. Act 2 endings. There we go. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Okay. Huh. Okay, so Act 2, stop it. That's one of them. Let me just move this over here. Oh, that's the only one where he turns on her. Okay, great. That makes it easy. So I don't have a lot of complex crap to put in there. Cool. Moxie, so how long are you going to be going camping for? It's going to be like a week, a weekend, a month? How long is that going to be? Let's see. Let's see. Hold on a second. Where is... A month of camping sounds dire. Well, once upon a time, Moxie wanted to go and do like the AT, you know, like the Appalachian Trail. And that would be a long fucking time of camping, actually. Okay, let me see. Why is this not working? Why did it suddenly mess up? Hold on. Let me cut that out. Okay, that's the problem. Oh, I wonder if it's because of the emphasis? No. Huh. Maybe this is written incorrectly. Maybe if the MAGA win again, I'll just drop out of society and hike the AT. Right, right. Yeah, Jack says it sure would. I can do about 5 days until my sensitivities would force me to be in a shower for an hour. Right, right. Okay, let me see. Damn. Okay. How did I write this in other sections? Oh, actually, don't I have a tag for that? Act 2, stop it. Let me see. Act 2, stop it. Ah, here we go. That's all I need. I can possibly just do that. Okay. There, that fixed it. Cool. The great thing about adding a state change. Okay. Yeah, I like the idea of camping. I like the idea of camping. I live in a place that makes camping a horrible idea. I don't like the idea of camping here. How about that? Here is not the place I would prefer to do this. Okay. Let's see. Now, staggering man. Wait a minute. There's some more italics I missed, right? No, I got it all. Great. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, don't even need to go camping in Texas. Just wait for the electric grid to go out and you're already camping in your own home. No fucking kidding. Okay, actually, I'll change this here. Yeah, it got screened probably because it blocked, because doxing. it doxes where I'm at. That's why I got auto modded out. I did get to see it, Jack. I read your thing. So yeah. Okay, let's see. But yes, you said where I live is so huge you could camp somewhere there and it would at least be unknown to you. Yeah. I didn't do the modding, Jack. That was auto modded, by the way. That was I didn't. Wait a minute. Okay, there. That should work. Okay. I don't really mess with the mod settings very much. It is whatever it is that they have it set up in Twitch, and that's just how it is. Okay. Oh, Lord. That's a lot of... Oh, that's going to cause a lot of... Oh, my God. This is all one big fucking glom right here. That's going to cause a lot of... That's going to cause a lot of problems, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. That just needs to read tire iron. I don't need to put true. I think that should be fine. That fixed that. Okay. Same thing here. Luckily, it was just a slight issue. Oh no, I did that and now everything's broken. What the hell? Wow, okay. Huh. I wonder why it's doing that. Oh, I bet I have to change all of these right here to whatever it was that actually happened. Okay. All was blood. Kieran kills Etienne. Let's see. There's two different Kieran kills Etienne. So, all was blood. Huh. Oh, it's all the way up there. Wow. Okay. Huh.
Incoming ad break.
Wow, I didn't actually put in the tag for that. Huh. Okay, so this would be... Kieran kills Etienne 1. Okay. And... Kieran kills Etienne 2. Okay. Etienne kills Christina. Okay. Let me see. There's multiple of that though. Hold on a minute. Actually, that wouldn't be Kieran kills Etienne 1. There's multiple Kieran kills Etienne. That would be 2A, I guess. Or 2A and 2B. Two different ways Kiaran can kill Etienne. Alright, so I gotta go fix a few things. Alright, let's see. So, all was blood. Unearthly cackle. Okay, stop it would be Etienne killed Christine. Okay, great. So that would be Kiaran kills Christine 2. Okay. Time killed Christine 2. Kiaran. Yeah, Christine, everybody gets it. Everybody gets it. I'll just be... Okay. Wait a minute. That's Kiaran 2A. Christine killed Kiaran 2B. Okay. Etienne kills Kiaran. Etienne killed Kiaran 2. So the numbers that I have at the end of these is just like what act this is happening in, because these people done killed each other multiple times in this game because it's a time loop. Okay, so that's a lot of different ones. All right, so there's Kiaran, not kills, killed. Okay, killed. They're all in past tense. Okay, great. So, okay, let me separate these out. Those are all the first one. 2A, the Twinkie robot from near, I think so. I think that, I can't keep all the numbers straight because I didn't play that. You never knew I liked time loops. A time loop is like an easy thing to do in ink. I mean, story-wise. But actually, it's a whole long story as to how I got to writing this in the first place, but it involved other people. As to how this came about. Let me turn on my light. There we go. Okay. Time killed Christine still exists. Christine killed Kiaran. Okay, so that's 2A. And 2B, or not 2B. Okay, Kiaran killed... Okay, so I did those two. Time killed Christine is in there. Oh, this one I didn't do. Oh, yeah, here it is. Kiaran killed Christine too. Okay, so that one's in there. Kiaran killed Etienne. There's 2A and 2B. All right. B. Okay. Etienne killed Kiaran. Okay. Etienne killed Christine. 2. There we go. Killed. Past tense. Okay, there, I fixed it. So, now I have to go back to each of these little sections and make sure I put this tag in here that it turns to true. All right. Now, where is it? All was blood. All was blood is actually pretty early in here, I thought. After the random encounter. Okay, here's all was blood. All was blood means Kiaran killed Etienne. Okay. Oh, wait, what did I do? I think there's something else I'm supposed to... Oh, I just have to put the parentheses. And the comma. Okay. Cool. Not equal, but comma. There. Alright, that one's fixed. So now I've got that saved. Okay, unearthly cackle. Where is unearthly cackle? Ah, all the way down there. Okay. You know, I'm gonna have to revisit this too because I don't have all of the status effects, like the altering the madness and everything. I don't have all of that triggered, and at least not there. Huh. I'll have to look at that. Etienne killed Christine too. Okay. Stop it. I think I put the tag on that one, didn't I? Yeah, I got that one already. Yeah, some of these other ones don't have all the rest of this. I have to go back through them. Okay. She took off. There are a lot of ways to die in this game, but I will say the narrative keeps pushing you forward. I am not a believer in hitting a brick wall and being forced to redo stuff. That is not my favorite thing in a narrative game. I find that, in my opinion, unless it is actually actively assisting your narrative, it is just bullshit, and it is poor game design. So, I'm not doing that. Alright. What was I even looking for anymore? I lost it. I did stop it, so I'm looking for I love you, Christine. Okay. That's Act 2. And here's after the random encounter. There it is. Okay. Okay. Kieran killed Christine too. That one's done. Okay, she took off. There's that one. Okay. Time killed Christine. That one's already got that. What a feast. Okay. Should be 2A. There we go. And then spring into action. 2B. Okay. I have executed. Etienne kills Kieran. Yeah, I must have been real burned out by the time I got to this, because I did not finish this coding stuff. Etienne killed Kieran too. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I gotta change all of these. Phew. Alright. Kieran killed. Oh, okay. Kieran killed Etienne. Oh, that was from the... Is this from the... No, this is from the... Huh. I don't even have this one listed. Wow. Okay. Hold on. Let me see what's... Is it the same as the other one? What the hell? Etienne kills Kieran. Kieran kills Etienne. Void flames. Does this one have void flames? Yes, it does. Okay, so that should be 2B. All right, fix that one. Kieran, Etienne killed. Yeah, I've got to fix. All of this has got to be fixed. I knew this was going to be a mess. Okay. Whew. All right. I need to go back to all of these little sections and see what is going to happen to everybody's madness levels. All right. All was blood. Okay, that one's got madness levels going on. Great. I'm just going to copy that right there. Unearthly capital. Huh. Everyone is a little mad. So there's like a lot of different things that are being tracked in this game. You've got madness levels, affection levels, Christine's confidence level, all which are affecting things. And like I'm adding additional stats as I'm writing the game, as they come up naturally. Like originally I wasn't going to be tracking all these stats. It was just going to be like a go through and pick stuff and then find an ending. But like it's getting more complicated. There's randomized events sometimes and things like that. So like every time you play this is going to be different. And a lot of this stuff is not going to be viewed by basically very many people, you know, because they're not going to be playing it over and over and over again and picking every single option until they see everything, you know. So some of this stuff, especially the unpopular decisions, those are going to just fall by the wayside and basically never be seen. But I will know they're there. There's Unearthly Cackle. Okay, this one needs some changes. All right. Unearthly Cackle, Scent of Blood, Kiaran. Let me see. Yeah, right. I mean, like, I'm making this game for my own amusement. I mean, I would love for people to actually really enjoy this game, which is why I'm trying to make it as nice as I can. But ultimately, it's my decisions for what I think would be fun in a game, because I play a lot of narrative games, a lot of text-heavy games to begin with. So, let's see. All right. Christine, okay. Oh my god, why is every single person trying to message me right at this moment? Okay, Etienne, who? Yeah, that's a wonderful way for that one to end. Okay, yeah, his madness would be 10 for sure. Actually, how did I have this set up before? Did I have it where... Actually, this would affect her confidence too. Alter. Christine confidence. -2. Okay. Let me see what I did in the first section when people died. Okay. Actually, instead of looking through the knots, how about I just scroll up? Let's see. There's Act 1. Okay. Look at all this mess. Okay. This was all the stuff I was fixing off stream. I was running a test, and this is like a branching conversation, and there's so many different ways it could go. I had to do this little, I had to make a little diagram. It was so much nonsense. But anyway, I posted that somewhere. Anyway, it was like a whole thing where I had to scroll out this stupid looking thing. It was funny. All right, let me see. I posted it actually on Blue Sky this morning. Okay. Okay, so... Oh, okay, the... Affection... Oh, okay, when they actually die is when I had it. Okay, so... I had it set where the person doing the killing has madness increased by that much. Okay, great. That's what I wanted to know. This right here is your, like, display window if you want to try to play the game over here. But... it's currently not going to work, right? Because I've got all of this that I've broken. So, it basically doesn't matter. I can go like that. So that way I can have this over here. Okay, I needed to go back to, where was I? Unearthly Cackle, right? I thought. Huh. Right, okay. Right, this is where I was at. Okay, so yeah, I think that's fine. That's exactly what I needed for that particular one. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Okay. Great, that one's already got it arranged. Okay. I love you, Christine. I love you, Christine. And another one of these knots is called Christine, I love you. Ah. Okay, that one's already good to go. She took off. Oh yeah, that one's already good to go. What a feast. That one's good. Spring into action. Just, it seems like there's just a few of them that I didn't put everything on and I forgot to add some stuff.
Incoming ad break.
Okay, spring into action is handled. I have executed. This is the one that's bald. It doesn't have anything going on. Okay. So, that would be 5. That would be 10. All right. File, save. Okay. Great. Now, this is not Act 2 All Was Blood. Now this will be Kieran killed Etienne 2. There. Unearthly Cackle. There we go. I love you, Christine. There we go. Oh shit, I didn't even realize I got a new spirit. Yay, I got an armadillo. He's cute. Look at that little guy. What a cutie. He's got a stupid name, doesn't he? Chilladillo. I don't really like that name, but that's okay. He's a cute little guy. Okay. Let me look at the spirit. I think there's only one I can't get yet, or I haven't gotten yet. Yeah, count the bands. Okay, so this one says chapter pillar. Okay, so that tells me who I need to have with me. Let me get chapter pillar. Okay, chapter pillar. Has been completely engrossed in a series of epic space opera novels. Okay, space opera. So that means they want the, not the wardrobe, the decor. Space. Okay. Okay, wants it to be space. Space opera novels. I read recently that they're adapting them into a video game. It could be a nice way to pass the time on our next trip, curled up in a train cabin seat. So inside and video games. It wants me to play video games. There we go. That's the sound I like. All right. There we go. Now we're on the way to getting the last of the spirits. Woot. Okay, where was I? I was doing important stuff. Okay. She took off. Yes, this one has to be there. Christine killed Kieran. So Jack, what's for dinner tonight, my friend? Spring into action. Egg Foo Young. Okay. We are probably going to have Rogan Josh. So that'll be exciting. Wow. This is all a mess here. Probably because it depends on which one of these two A and B. There's A's and B's in there. Okay. That's fine. Christine killed Kiaran. A. Or B. Or Etienne. Kiaran 2, that would be. Hold on. The second time. Okay, yeah. All right. There's a good goat substitute. Oh, for the Rogan Josh, we're using just soy chunks that we've flavored with broth. So it's just that in the sauce. Let's see. Kiaran killed Christine. Didn't Kiaran kill Christine more than once? No, that's Etienne. Okay. Let's see. Time kill Christine. Etienne kill Christine. Kiaran killed Christine 2A or 2. 2B. There! I finally narrowed it down. Yay! Save time would be your choice. Yeah. Remember that I am actively going through a grieving process right now, so I don't have a lot of energy to go around making a lot of stuff, so we're kind of cutting corners and doing whatever we can do. So we have not been making complex things at this time. So that's where that is. But let me see. Christine jogged down the hall. Okay, I got that part. Oh Lord, there's a whole bunch more of these that I have to go through and figure out. But at least I have a. Oh no, I didn't want that to happen. Okay, there we go. Rogan Josh is not complicated. We add, well, because we bought like a box with a spice packet kind of situation. So not a big deal. Okay. All right, let's see. Put this there. Put that there. I have to go through all of these again after I go through the italics. Okay. Hey, Jack, do you speak French? Let's see. Oh, you wish? Okay. Because there is a certain phrase that is used because, like, one of my primary characters is very French. He says random French, I say random, he says French words in places where he feels that they are more appropriate than English. And so, he uses those. And so when I'm reading aloud, like when I read aloud on the last stream, I'm like, I don't know how to say these words. And I've never taken French in my life. So, and I tried to like look up a YouTube video about how to pronounce this particular thing. And that was, I don't think I got it. So, okay, all was blood. That's this one. Okay. I can change that. Here we go. Now, unearthly cackle. After I change these parts, I have to go back through and make sure I get all the italics. and such. Oh, this one's still weird. 2A, that's why. Okay. Okay. I love you, Christine. Where is I love you, Christine? Here it is. Okay. So, you are saying additional words in French, I assume. Then you say, what I do know is a decent amount about, in most Romance language and Irish, are the typical pronunciation guides for certain series of letters. So I can muddle French pretty well. Okay, well then I will put this in the chat for you, and it's going to welcome me with like a weird holiday noise. Oh, it tells me I have to log in. That's stupid. What do you mean I can't? I'm not logged in. That's ridiculous. Okay, hold on. I'll have to type it on my phone. Give me a second.
Welcome
not
to
mom. Mon. There. That's better. Okay. Yes, my heart, which is like my love. It's a thing that Etienne calls Christine rather frequently. And so that is why I want to know how to say that. But it sounds like when I listen to this video, okay, let me see if I can find it. I wonder if it's going to bring it up over here. Let me pull it over here. Okay, give me a second. Let me find this video. I watched Julien the Frenchman. Okay. Okay.
Bonjour, this is Julian the Frenchman who makes French pronunciation videos here on YouTube, and we are looking at how to pronounce this French phrase, literally meaning my heart. This is a phrase that you would use when you're literally talking about your heart, but also you could use it to mean my love or my loved one. How do you go about pronouncing it? In French, in France, we would say it as mon cœur. Mon cœur. But it'd be fine in English to say it as mon cœur. Mon cœur.
So, the way that they're saying it, the way that they say it in French, is it's like there's like this weird guttural thing happening in the back of the mouth. It feels like, but I can't do it very well. So I can't pronounce that very well. Anyway, Jack says, interesting interplay of language. The unpronounceable word is heart in French, and something else pronounced Cree is heart in Irish, likely a similar root. Yes, from the Gauls. Yes, indeed. So this is my current thing. I don't know how to pronounce that thing. Where am I going? I'm looking here. Okay, I got confused. And continue working on this script. So yeah, I don't know. I still can't pronounce it the way it's supposed to be pronounced. I know he said, oh, you can just say mon cœur or whatever, but like that's not how he said the thing. I don't want to say it that way. Spring into action. Okay. Yeah, there's just, you can fake French pronunciation pretty well. That's cool. Maybe I'll have you record a couple of lines of Etienne talking. Give me inspiration. Okay, where was I at? Talk about time. Here we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got to get all these italics and stuff figured out. All right. Those sorts of weird mouth sounds are key in impressions in sounding like a weirdo in general. I'm an inveterate weirdo. Okay, well then you know what you're doing. A lot more than I do in this regard. You know, I've never made that kind of a mouth sound before, and I'm aware of where the mouth sound is. I just don't know how to produce it properly. So, okay, here, this one. And this one's emphasized. After me, okay. And then that one's also strong. Okay. Just how correct. Okay. When I get to the programming phase for this, like the actual programming phase, and I'm working on that more, it'll be interesting because I might be making some changes once I learn how to do some other things. Because a lot of things that I'm restricting myself to are in part because I don't know how to do very much. So I'm just trying to keep it as close to in ink as possible. So that way my needs for app programming are very limited. All they actually are put the art on there and then put the, you know, sound design stuff, SFX and everything. Oh, it's all blah. Okay. This would be strong. Okay. I am going AFK for just a second, so I will pause this and I will turn on my BRB screen for a sec. I'll be right back. Okay, so Mike says, I hear something birthing behind me as a uniquely upsetting phrase. I mean, that's what was happening. That was the thing. That was what was occurring at that time. Closer now than you were before.
Can't wait to meet this mysterious doppelganger of mine.
This mysterious doppelganger of mine. Like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Jim Carrey from In Living Color doing the what was it?
Yeah, I know who you mean. The
bodybuilder lady. Yeah, Venus de Milo. There you go, Venus de Milo. It's the Venus de Milo voice, except like actually sexy rather than Jim Carrey doing a Jim. Anyway, combat data, blood data. Yes, all of the data. She took samples of every fluid. Oh, hi. I'll shoot you in the crotch till you die. So, Quinn, how was your day? What are you having for dinner? What is everybody else having for dinner? What am I having? What am I having for dinner? We cooked. What the hell did we cook? We cooked yesterday. Bosom, that's what we're having. Okay, I remember. Oh, you're still on your way home, Quinn? Okay. Also, my name is Alfred. I'm Alf. Alfred Ashley. Alfred Ashley. That's not a name that I despise, so that is acceptable. It was acceptable until Dog Nozzle told me that I'm Alf, and then I didn't know how to feel about being Alf. But we're here now, and we have I just sure did walk onto that spike trap, didn't I? I was so preoccupied with being Alf, I wasn't even paying attention to where I was. But anyway, we are here now. We are Alf. Oh, there's another ghast. Being named Alf and being friends with cats is complicated. Yeah, for sure.
I was busy learning.
Yeah, good job.
I solved a basic puzzle.
Good job.
Like an adult.
I am not being disparaging to you whatsoever about these things. I should note that I am not being an asshole at this time.
Incoming
Your sarcastic voice is just very similar to your normal voice.
It is! My sarcasm is exactly the same as my normal ass delivery voice, so I just always sound like I'm being a fucking horrible person. And I'm not trying to.
It's alright. I know you're not a horrible person.
Sort of. I have gotten hit with various traps already. Okay, can I go in there? Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, a treasure chest. A shoddy cudgel, which I already have, and a broken key. That's not useful. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, if I get hit with yet an... Oh, no, no, I'm gonna die in here. Oh, are you gonna go to him? I'm back. Okay. Okay, back to this mess. Let's see. Christine killed Kiaran. Okay. 2. Or Christine killed Kiaran again. B. Or Etienne killed Kiaran. Alright. That should be 2. Kiaran killed Christine. 2A. All this is just reciting back which different ways these people died. Okay, Etienne killed Christine. Kiaran killed Christine. Or killed Etienne. 2A or 2B. Doopy-doo. Why is that still messed up? Let me see. Sting killed Kiaran. Yeah, that's correctly labeled. Etienne killed Christine. Yeah. How come these aren't pulling up the right way? Huh. Didn't I do this just a minute ago? Oh, it wasn't quite the same here. Well, hell. That's almost the same text as up here. Ah! Oops. Not that. Okay. Let me see. I wonder why this is fine. I mistyped something there? I'm confused as to what's messing this up. I might just leave that for now and come back to it. 'Cause I don't want to sit there for too long. Let me keep inputting stuff. I'll mess with that flag later. Okay. Okay. That ends this first section out of the ones I've written so far. So I want to know why this section here is borked. Huh. Text-intensive streams are fun. I don't know if you're being snarky or not. I would imagine that you're being snarky because this surely isn't fun to watch. But I don't know. I don't know. I hang out with people when they're working on developing stuff and they're not really talking. Oh, you're not being snarky? Okay. I was like, man, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Okay, so let me just see if I can. Okay, so the problem is in this section right here that it's not that first section, it's this little blob down here about the second area. Okay. Okay. And then after that, it's just the 2 dead ends that lead to the music room, which is the next section. All of this mess. So that's fine. Those can be dead ends at the moment. Because what I can do... Music room. There. Okay, so then it says there's 2 issues. Oh, okay, so unresolved variable. There's 2 variables that are the issue here. Kiaran killed Christine. Kiaran killed Christine should be... Where is that? Kiaran killed Christine should be 2. So there isn't a second one. That's what it's telling me. Okay, there. Yay! I fixed it. Oh, you like hearing thoughts out loud? That's cool. Well, I figured it out by trial and error and by, you know, doing a quick end so I could get rid of any other issues. The clutter, the visual noise going on with all that red. All right. Now back into all of this. Then there's the programming all of the random music events. Oh, Lord. Okay. This is going to generate a whole lot of stuff for me to fix because these will all be dead ends, which means it's going to light up red again. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now, italics and stuff. Let's see if this fits. Okay. So it's not stuff that any of the players are ever going to see, but some of the names for these. So in ink, this is called a thread, and these are called knots within that thread that all loop back to something within this particular section or lead to a new section. And some of the knot titles here are very funny to me. I don't name them all funny things. Oh, you like the euphemistic lingo? Yeah, this is just like what is called in like the ink stuff. Like I have the official ink user's manual, and that's what they refer to them as. That's just their nomenclature. But like, I name some of these funny or mildly funny, and then other things that are not named funny things. Like, Annie, are you okay? Is one of them. And another one is somebody's watching, and it's like from the same section, so you can tell that I was using 80s pop hits for a lot of my stuff at that time. Okay, let me see. Let me go back to adding these in, or else I'm never going to get finished inputting this into ink. So, click. Okay, where's click? There it is. So one of the fun things about this, at least to me, is that the player gets to learn more about Etienne, the character of Etienne, kind of like just from the context of him having this house and then Christine, the player character, wandering around in this house and discovering stuff in the house and all of that. So it leads to a lot of funny stuff, really. Okay. Because she makes snarky comments. She's a little bit snarky because I designed this character. So she has a bit of snark to her. And when she does talk about these things, here, I think I can move a little bit more. When she's talking about different stuff, she just has funny things to say because she's amusing herself while she's walking around. Okay, Piano Man. Piano Man does not have anything to attend to. Okay, paint me a picture. Okay. Just on the last section. What am I doing there? I'm adding too many emphases. There. Okay. That's better. Now. There are some neighbors down the way, and by down the way I mean like a few blocks from me, who they have a fight every year about decorations for both Halloween and for Christmas, although only one of them is fighting for Christmas. They are both fighting for Halloween though. Like one of them, I just imagine, I cannot confirm who lives in the house, but whoever lives in that house has, like, I feel like they must be old people because it feels like they started putting out some decorations and then, like, because it was the thing that they did every year for, you know, some holiday or another, they got more decorations and more decorations from family members and stuff, and then just had to put all of them out, especially like grandkids and stuff, just giving them stuff, so they just put them all out. Because there is not one, I swear to you, not 1 inch of grass that you can see in these people's yard because there are so many fucking blown up decorations in their yard for Halloween and Christmas both, respectively. And it is so much. It's like you can't even appreciate any of them because there's so many, and it's a lot. But the house next to theirs, they actually do like a more elegant kind of display. Last year they had a big skeleton with a bunch of little skeletons dancing in a circle in front of him, and it was pretty fantastic. But this year they've got like three big skeletons out so far. I don't know. I don't think that they're done because I still have all the other spooky skeletons. So I'm waiting for the rest of the things to appear, you know. So you said you saw a newfangled Nosferatu blow up this year. A Nosferatu like from the new movie Nosferatu? Because that would be actually upsetting to look at, probably. Oh no, the random... Oh, we're going to random piano. Oh, okay. Okay, well, we will take a couple of sections here. Oh, it is? Wow. You should take a picture of that. I need to see it. Mustachioed Skarsgård. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Corner desk. Okay. I cannot do a French accent to save my soul. Asset. Okay. Oh yeah, the next door neighbor. So I have another funny story about the next door neighbor and like the fact that they just leave all these decorations out forever. So they did place something that actually is a little bit spooky. They put like this scarecrow up on their porch, and they have like a little dividing wall between there and their yard. So it's like a half wall. So it looks kind of like actually a person, who's just kind of like sitting there with this pitchfork raised. If it's dark, so it's pretty cool. But they also have this little zombie guy that is sticking out of the ground. And like, at first I thought, oh, that's kind of cool, this little zombie guy, because it's fairly cool looking, at least again at night. But Pooh Bear, when I took her for a walk this afternoon, went up to it and sniffed it and everything, and I was like, oh, that's cute. I wish I had my phone so I could take a picture. And you know, I didn't, of course, so that you know, was not a thing. But then she turned around and peed, like not on it, but like right next to its head. And I was like, oh my God, I wish I had my fucking phone on me right now, because that is very funny to me. I would have loved to have taken a video of that, or a photo or something. Okay, what am I doing? All right. I have to get it together, says Christine. Me too, Christine. Yeah, little Pooh Bear is a very good girl. So, okay. I was very entertained by this, and I was like, wouldn't it be hilarious if actually all the dogs start peeing there because she peed there, and then just like every dog that comes by that's being taken for a walk is just peeing and maybe even taking a dump right there on all of their decorations. I mean, like, that's not going to encourage them to ever pick them up. That just means that they will stay there for literally ever. But it would at least be kind of gratifying to me, because they do just leave this crap in their yard forever and don't touch anything. They just, nope, they have nothing to do with it. They hire people to do their yard work. They're never outside. They don't want to do anything in the yard. So, okay. Oh, good. I got to the end of this section. So once I can put this in there, then that's another section knocked out. Cool. Okay. Now. Yeah, I was having a whole conversation about some game design elements, including you know, by necessity, because I'm making a text venture and I am thinking about narrative games for pretty obvious reasons. I, you know, have been trying to put words to exactly what my opinions are about them and what I do and do not like design-wise. Because there are a lot of games that I really like that I don't like aspects of their design, or I might even hate the design overall, but it has something else that makes up for it, like their narrative is good, or the characters are good, or it has some interesting twists or whatever, and that's the reason why I like it. So, you know, but anyway, so it's been a whole thing. Okay, I have to program that, so I'm just gonna have to put this program random encounters at third 5th and 7th turns. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. Go have a good dinner, Jack. I will talk to you later. Enjoy your evening. Okay. You too, Jack. Have a good night. Let's see, did I? Oh, I started that as a new knot. So then that's got to be Act 3. Okay. This is technically back in... Okay. Act 3. There we go. All right, let's fix it. Okay. Okay. Open the gate. Yeah, we haven't gotten that yet. Open the gate. Why did I write that there? Huh. Did I just never write open the gate? I guess I'll find out eventually. Huh, okay. Whatever. Alright, where am I? Okay. Just a box too. Okay. Okay, that part's done. Shelves, paint me a picture, piano man, tabletop, divan, corner desk. Actually, I can just copy paste that. That will save me some time. Woot. All right. just gonna copy paste that last little section here. Oh, that's weird. I didn't even type. Earthquake 2. All right. Hey, what's up, Moxie? I fixed some of the stuff that was giving me a problem, which is cool. And now I am moving on to other little sections. I am now in the third section of the stuff I've written so far. Once I get all of this transferred into ink, I think I'll call it a night, because that'll take me a little while yet to do all of this. So, what are you having for dinner, my friend? What is my game about? Well, that sure is a question. On the surface, it's not immediately clear, but it is a time loop of a game. It's basically, I don't know how much I want to say because I don't want to spoil stuff if you ever actually decide you want to play it. That's a good question. Do you want to play this game or do you want me to just spoil it for you? That's up to you. Not sure. Right now I'm working on making cloaks for Dennis's kids, then I'll probably figure out food. That's cool. Cloaks. Are they going to be like a passel of little hobbits? That'll be fantastic. Okay. Where was I at? Here. Okay. Hobbits! Yes. Actually. So does the game have femboy? There's only 3 characters, and it's kind of based on a thing, so they are not. It's based on something that is a certain way. There's no femboys in this. However, the game that I want to make after this could very well have a femboy or 2, possibly. But I have not made that. I have to finish this one first. But I have ideas for what I want to do for a second game. Okay, that doesn't have anything. Okay. I have a lot of ideas for what I want to do with the second game's cast. But that's, again, not a right now project. I've got a long ways to go before I can do another game. Especially if I end up doing it the way that I want to. Because it's going to require a lot of me doing a lot of work to make it the way I want. But anyhow. I feel like the next game that I make, what genre am I thinking? That's, let's call it a murder mystery adventure game, which is pretty on brand for me, I would say. Okay, why is this not working? Why is that not working? Oh, I don't have that. I haven't made that one yet. Okay, that's why it's not working. Okay, that's fine. That'll clear up as I continue putting this information in. Okay. Runaway has not been made. Cool. Yeah, the characters that I have for this first game, I'll tell you this much. I'm interested in extending the setting of this game and the characters from this game into the second game. So basically some of the characters in the second game that would be, of various backgrounds would be because they are the friends of the people in this game, and these people that are in this current time loop situation have very disparate backgrounds themselves to each other. So it'll be fun, I think. Like that one, the second game, this one is has horror, lots of horror elements, lots of bad things happen to these people, suspense, horror, mystery kind of thing. But that other game is actually meant to be like fun and lighthearted and really kind of silly. And so it'll be fun to do because it will be different than this. No less a game that I would make, but you know. So that's a future project though, not a current project. I have a lot of time to think about that when I figure that out. Okay. Horror could be fun if you're stuck in a time loop. Well, that's kind of part of the primary character, like the player character's thing. Like some of it is just traumatizing, right? Because like very bad things are happening to you and you're in a time loop. But there's also sometimes where just like to alleviate her tension.
Welcome, Mr. 666.
Ha 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 ha, let's ban this. Okay, so anyway, where was I going with that? To alleviate her tension, she is doing, like, saying things, like being snarky, saying things, just to kind of like, you know, make herself feel better because she doesn't know what to do to solve the problem that she has. And, you know, she's kind of running around praying she can figure out a way to fix stuff. And that's difficult. That is difficult. So, let's see. And now. I am pretty happy with the different things that I've learned since I started working on this project, I will say. I've had to learn quite a lot of stuff, and there will be so much more ahead. I'll be actually taking some classes and stuff to work on some of the later aspects after I get the story all written down and the ink is 100% playable in browser. While I'm working on music and art and things like that, I'll also be taking some classes so I can do the programming end of things better. Even though my needs, at least at this point, are pretty small for what I need for, like, the end finishing software. Something like Godot or whatnot. Okay. Because basically, the way that it is currently is I just need to put a UI and allow myself to have some... oh, what language am I thinking? So I'll talk about them in a minute. So I basically just need it, the very bare bones that I need for this, once I put it in something like Godot, is a UI and to put the music and the art and the sound effects in there. And that's it. That's not really all that much. So like I'm not trying to program a 3D fighting game or anything like that where it's like a whole lot of programming required. So I didn't even finish typing that, did I? I didn't, because I didn't put run it back. Yes, I am waiting on Godot. So
Incoming ad break.
I'll wait until that ad is over or something before I continue talking about that. I'm sure Moxie will complain when she's back about the ads. Okay. Now, this does not have any emphases. Okay. I'm not entirely certain how long the ad break is, so I don't know when Moxie will be back. Hopefully she talks to me. Okay. Alright, I cleaned this up. So secret door. I didn't write that. I didn't put that in there yet, huh? Okay, open the gate. Oh, you're back. Okay. I was wondering when you might show back up. Hey, what's up, Dragon Colony?
Welcome, Dragon Colony.
I'm doing some work on my game project. How are you? Okay. Actually getting close to wrapping this, I think, for this project for tonight. Okay, secret door. I gotta put secret door. Okay, this. All of this has to go back in Act 3. Oh, you woke up from a nap? Oh, a nap sounds wonderful. A nap sounds absolutely wonderful. I'm jealous. That sounds wonderful to me. Okay, let me see. Put this here. Cool. I gotta say, Dragon Colony, you play games for a long time in a stretch. I would probably need a nap too. Let's see. Oh, Moxie, you were asking about what programming language I was gonna be trying to learn. So, I'm not like sold on a particular one. Why do I say that? Why do I say what? That you stream for a long... okay, so I usually only stream for like a couple of hours. If I stream for more than like 3, there's usually like a weird extenuating circumstance as to why I'm doing that. There must be some star alignment or something. I don't usually stream very long, so that's why I say that. So Moxie, you were asking about what programming language. I was thinking, I was looking through stuff about it. My general impression from reading the jargon soup that I got into when I was Googling what's the difference between C# and C++ is that C++ is more user-friendly and more generalized, and C++ is... Wait, did I say C++ or did I say C#? Anyway, C# is more user-friendly and more general, and C++ is more nitty-gritty and not as user-friendly. Overall is the impression that I get. Both of these two programming languages are things that support Ink. C# in particular is something that I know is very well supported in Godot. Godot also has its own programming language, so I'm going to have to learn that as well if I am using that as my finishing app. So, great! Look at me! I understood the thing, Moxie! I've read the jargon soup and I came away with a general idea. Okay, I'm proud. Thank you for telling me that. You have made me feel better today. So, I'll later on, I will recount to you how fun it was for me to figure out how to get the ink tester to work. So, actually I can tell you now if you want. The ink tester, there's 2 ink testers that I came across, and I wanted to use them because in this particular, in Inky, like this right here that I'm working in, it has this little spit out of a testing environment here that you can use. And that's great and all, but it doesn't actually tell you when there's something wrong usually. And when you actually export to, you know, a JSON file or something, like it will bork up when you're playing through that way. So that being the case, it's not like a good indication. You need to run testers on it. And I found one that was in browser. That one's very easy to use, but it's very simple and it doesn't run tests as fast. There was also another one I found on GitHub. Well, of course, if it's in GitHub, it's just a pile of code. Well, I had never touched or looked at code before, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna download this thing and figure it out. So I downloaded the thing. I stared at the you know, folders and the directories and the whatever. And I was like, I don't know what this is all about, but we're going to figure it out. So I started by downloading the GitHub desktop environment because I'm like, maybe that will help me figure out what to do with this. And it did not. So then I Googled, I looked at everything and I figured out which was the main file just by inference. And then I looked at the file extension and went to Google and said, okay, how do I open this? And then that led me to Visual Studio. So I downloaded that, installed that, and then I looked at it and I go, I don't know what any of this is. So I'm still dealing with the same thing. But I kept staring at it and kind of just poking around. I eventually figured out how to change the launch settings for the thing, for the tester. And I got it to, direct to, I think it was C#. Anyway, I got it to direct to the file that I have. So that's cool. And then it was able to run the test. I got it to run the tests, or at least I got it to run a simple test to see if it ran into problems or dead ends. But there are several other tests, and also it can spit out a report as a CSV. So, yes, I have VS Code too, because I downloaded that in the many things I was downloading. So, yeah, I haven't really poked around at it since I got it to successfully work. But I'm just kind of doing it in little spurts because since I don't know what I'm looking at, but I am able to figure it out if I stare at it long enough, I'm just kind of giving myself some time in between. So, and for me, this is, figuring out that sort of stuff is like 50% of being a programmer. Well, there you go. I'm already halfway there. Anyway, I felt pretty proud of myself for figuring it out that much anyway. And I know I'll get more of it. But like the thing is, you know that I study stuff way before I actually engage in a project. I already know a lot about something before I take a class on it, before I decide I'm going to do a project and start something. I already have like several books under my belt. I've already studied a lot of things. So this is the first time that I've done this. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a text venture. And I was just going to make it in ink. And then it just kind of exploded and became a bigger project. And now it's this big thing. And this is the first time in years that I have been working on a thing and I didn't already have all the study done before I started. So I'm like, oh, okay. But anyway, that's what I've been muddling around with. That was this morning that I was messing with that. And I had to also stop working on it anyway because I had to actually take care of the rest of my morning stuff and then get ready for work. But, that time limit I think is good because it's easy to get burned out when you're looking at stuff and you don't know what's actually going on, So, I should learn Vim. I don't know what that is. But as it is, I'm going to be learning probably C# and then the script that you use specifically in Godot. And then I already, I don't know it very well, but I know some ink. So that is its own little simple programming language as well. So Vim is a text editor that runs completely in the terminal. Okay, well, that might be a thing to look at. I'll look at it some other time if I remember when I'm not streaming. Okay, let me see. What's happening? Fanny pack. Shelves. Weird little guy. Okay. Okay. I haven't put fanny pack down yet. Okay, that's what it's asking me for. Great. I'm almost to the end of all the stuff I was going to add into ink today. I'm feeling pretty accomplished by getting that much in there. I even solved some issues with the code. You don't actually need to learn it other than some of the basics in case you need to work in the terminal for some reason. However, people who get good at it can do some amazing stuff. That's cool. Part of my problem is I have such a time limit. I'm like, we're gonna do the stream of me working on things, because otherwise I'm not gonna get to stream, because I can do one or the other. Oh wait, I can do both. So if anyone suggests Emacs, that's how you know they are evil. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. You could be telling me any kind of thing at this moment, and I don't know enough about programming to know any of that. I am very, very basic. I am baby, but I am learning. So, okay. There's a Vim versus Emacs rivalry. There can be only one. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I just have the kind of attitude of I'm just going to poke around in it until I figure out what I'm doing. And if I can't figure out what I'm doing, I will Google around until I figure out what I'm doing. So that's how I go on about life. I think I'm just going to have to leave this random piano thing for after the end of Act 3. Like, I'm going to have to put all of Act 3 above the random piano part. Otherwise, it's going to cause a bit of a irritation for me. Okay. And then this would end up being my unfinished section. I can actually just leave it there because that'll remind me that that section's unfinished. Let me see. All right, let me do the rest of this. It'll be fun to work on artwork like steadily again, because I will pretty obviously be doing that to make the illustrations for this game. It's not a visual novel, and I did that intentionally because I do not want to do that many illustrations. That is a lot of illustrations. It would take me like a year and a half or something to do, like at least to do all the illustrations for this if I was doing it as a visual novel. Ooh, I got a new spirit. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, he's a space caterpillar guy. Stardegrade. I hate that name though, but he's very cute. Oh yeah, also let me set an arbitrary timer, and I did finish that part. I actually need to change all of this and add new task. This will be basement. Upstairs. This is the new sections I need to write. Oh, I pet him. I didn't even realize I did that. Cool. All right. You've been debating trying to find an art class? Yeah. I mean, why the hell not? So, but yeah, like I also want to do pixel art, but like, since I've not done pixel art very much, that would be a whole nother thing. That would be like a whole thing to learn, and I'm already going to be learning programming, so I don't want to do that just yet. But that's the idea. Okay, so yeah, I finished inputting all of this information into my game so far, which is very cool. But something I do need to do. I've got to program these random encounters. So that's something I need to put on my little to-do list in here. Program random encounters. I don't want them to double up. Like I have a random encounter that happens earlier, but it happens once. But this random encounters table thing, it rolls on certain turns, and that's not something that I've done before, so not in this game. So I will need to work that up, because that's a shuffle, but I don't want it to repeat, so I can do that. I can do that. Let me see, where's my other section? Random piano, there we go. Oh, I actually already had that in there. Random success, random failure. Okay. But, oh, here, this one. These are the random encounters. So the random encounters have to be in their own little section. So let's see. I think I'm probably starting up into another section I don't need to be doing at the moment. Okay, let me see. I already had a... What did I call the other random encounter? Random encounter? It's just random encounter. Okay. So random encounter 2. That's what we're going to call that. Actually, this is 3 because this is Act 3. Okay. So... just a box. That's one of them. Let's see. Funhouse. This will randomize the output of these particular things, but what it will not do is make sure that you can't repeat them. That's going to require additional coding, which I need to look up because I don't remember it offhand. Okay, earthquake. Earthquake. Cool. Okay. And to have it show up at certain times, like after certain amounts of turns, that's also going to require some additional coding. So I do need to work on that more. Let's see. But I can at least start this out. Do I only have 5? I thought I had more than that. Matter of fact, let me look. No, not that. Artisy. Yeah, when I'm working on the art for this, I'm going to be doing some tests to see what kind of art style I want to use. Yeah, there's 5. Okay. All right. So I did write 5 little things for it to be randomized. Okay. So...
Incoming ad break.
yeah, I'll have to figure out how I program that part. I'm probably going to do some test art, like do some by hand, like old school paintings, and then also do some that are just completely digital, and then see what style best fits when I'm working on that. But I'm pretty happy to say I have found all of the spirits on the train. I've gotten all the spirits everywhere in Spirit City. I have put all this stuff in here. I do have some things I need to work on for next time, but that's pretty cool, I think. And as for this, I have a lot of points I can spend to... look at all this points. I can redecorate my place. I don't like that. Do I? Oh, I didn't buy that. I didn't... those suck. That's why I didn't buy them. Let's see. I guess that's okay. That's boring. I hate that, actually. Give me my little fancy one back. Okay, what about the window? That's okay. I don't like that. No. Ew, bricks. That feels deeply unsafe to me. Yeah, this is a game. This is, well, it's not a game. It's a productivity tool. It's Spirit City lo-fi sessions. It's meant to help you study, and it's like on in the background when you do stuff. You've got like lo-fi, various lo-fi music you can put on, and it just kind of chills out. You thought it was Lo-Fi Girl? I don't know what that is. Is that something? Let's see. Oh, it is Lo-Fi Girl. Okay, there you go. That feels deeply unsafe, but we'll buy it anyway. Oh, that one's spiky. I like that. That's boring. Okay, I have all this scenery. What about the railing? That's boring railing. Oh, I hate that. Oh, it's like a spaceship. That's cool, because I'm in space right now, so I guess that's fine. Oh, a submarine? Okay, we'll do that. A pirate ship! That's cool. I don't like the bricks. The character is usually called Lo-Fi Girl. She's pretty popular. People ship her with Synthwave Boy. You are speaking words to me, Moxie. I don't know what... I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, like, I understand you say that the character that I've got is Lo-Fi Girl. And that there's some relation to some other character I don't know about. Oh, that glows. That's cool. I hate that. Why would anybody get that? Lo-Fi Girl. Yeah, I see Lo-Fi Girl, but where's... What about the other one? Oh no, I don't... No, I don't need Julien the Frenchman to tell me how to pronounce that words I can't say in French. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. I like that. Yay. Plants, cool. That's fancy. Oh, there's Lo-Fi. Lo-Fi Boy? I thought you said he was something else. Okay. Oh, Synthwave launch. Synthwave radio. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you for enlightening me about this thing that I didn't know what it was at all. Now I'm just getting decorations. Let's be spooky. We're just gonna put pumpkins everywhere. That's fine. There you go. Candelabras. Yay! Spooky. I like to unlock all the stuff. I'll put those. Okay. Floor. I guess. Why do so many of these have brick? That's weird. I don't like it. Okay. But what do they have for special spirit? No, 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 not decor. Wardrobe. Yeah, give me clothings. You got anything new? Weird little hats. Those are knitting hats. I don't care about that. Oh, there you go. Let's put on a spooky hat. Oh, pumpkins. There you go. That's even better. Okay. That is approved. Look at this stupid little chef's hat. This teeny tiny little hat. No, thank you. Makes me mad. Let's see. Do you have new clothes? Not super new since the last time I looked. There we go. We'll be Halloweeny. I was already orange anyway. Let's see. Oh, those are cute. I like those. I'm gonna wear jammy pants. Let's see. Halloween slippers. Yeah. There we go. Needs cat ears. They have cat ears for the headphones? One of the headphones has cat ears, I thought. Do they not? I thought they did. Holy shit. They got the little hairs on top there. What? I thought they had cat ears. I really seriously thought they did. Weird. Well, you can also change your appearance. Head feature. You can give yourself horns. That's not the same though. Yeah. I don't know, man. Okay. Activity items. That actually looks like my phone case, so we'll use that one. Game console. That's fine. Okay. You can change the color of these guys too. So let's look at the guys I got on the train. So here's this cool little armadillo. He's cute. You can make him red for some reason, even though he's supposed to be snow. Oh, look at that! That's adorable! I love it. Okay. There's this guy. This guy is so cute. I love him. He makes me happy. Oh, that's also very cute. I don't like that one. Yeah, she got our own lamp. I love it. I think I like the green better, but that's cute. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so this is the little space guy. These colors are pretty subdued. I think he's fine the way he is. Let's see. Then there's Beakbeard, the pirate bird. I think that this pirate bird looks best when he's the bright colors. Nah, I like him that way. Okay. And there's this guy. That one's gonna turn into a space butterfly. Is this gonna have a lot of sound on it? It's gonna make me like blast my ears out. I'll push the button. Let me mute it. I'll mute it. Okay. Okay. I saw it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, that's okay, because I did not put the sound on. Okay. Let me look. Oh, orange! Very cute. I love it. How do I rotate you? There. Okay. Yeah, that's cute. I don't like him when he's green. That's weird. He's a lion. Okay. This little guy is so weird. I love him. He floats down from the ceiling. He's so bright because I gave him an alternate color. This is weird. He's like a sheep, but it's like a Wooloo from Pokemon. I don't like that. Maybe I'll make him purple. Okay. It's a music video? Okay, yeah, that's okay. It'll be in my watched history and then I can look at it later. Okay, I have now purchased a bunch of stuff in this game. Now I'm all Halloweened out. I got a cute little lamb guy. I am gonna go eat dinner. So thank you for hanging out during the stream. Yes, I'm gonna go too. Have a good evening, Moxie. Bye, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. See you next time.